Hey guys, it's Nikki with Nikki's Gonna Plan, and today I'm doing September 9th through the 15th in my classic catch-all happy planner. I wanted to first point out this cute little bracelet. You've probably seen me wear it in the last few videos, but I'm the aunt. My niece made that. She was selling them one day at one of the little fairs that she had in her town, so I bought one, even though I know she would have made me one for free. But how cute is it? It even says awesome, because it is awesome. And she did a really good job. She's into arts and crafts and things like that. So I just wanted to give her a little shout out. First, I need to date this. So I have Mojojojo-Plans, date it 2.0. Don't know if this is available. If it is, I will link it in the description. And I'm going to use this little set, not those big ones though, but I like these. I think I'm gonna color them in. How fun would that be? So the 9th through the 15th, go ahead and just start up here. These are the hardest ones to get off, so we might as well just use them and get it over with. Tell me, do you guys, let me do the weekdays first. How do I say this? Do you do anything in remembrance of 9/11? I don't want to start any kind of political conversion. I just am wondering, because making sure that's the one I wanted to use. I'm just wondering because a lot of people don't even acknowledge the fact that it happened. Sure, if that's not your generation, I understand. If it's not being taught, I understand. And I really do hope it's being taught in school, because this is something that needs to be known, you know? It's just one of those things that kids should know about. I mean, we learned about everything that happened, you know, in the past when we were in school. Brother-in-law, I think he said that they're not teaching it in where his daughter goes to school. His daughter's 10, and he is very, very political, so he makes sure that she is very aware of what happened that day. And I think that's how it should be, honestly. Whether you agree with it or don't agree with it, if you have some other political view, I'm not asking for that. I'm just wondering if you do anything. Do you have kids? Do you tell your kids? Do you talk to your significant other about it? Do you talk to your family? Do you have survivors? Do you know survivors who suffer from the memory of it, or they are very happy to celebrate, you know, the good things we did afterwards, how we came together as a nation, mostly. So it's something that I think should be remembered always. I remember exactly where I was the very moment that I was in a class that my teacher came in and told us, the very moment. So it's something I'll never forget, ever, because, you know, I wasn't there in the middle, in the deep. I had nobody, I didn't lose anybody because of it, but as being part of this nation, it broke my heart. It broke my heart. It still breaks my heart, you know, because they always, which is good, they remember the fallen, and it makes me super sad. And I don't know what happened, and I don't want to talk about any conspiracy theories. I just think it's something that should be remembered. My daughter knows about it. We've talked to her about it, and my sister, you know, educates her daughter about it. They have a very strong political standpoint. He does, so he makes sure that she knows about it. I'm just rambling now while I put these down. I kind of have a point to where I'm going, so I was kind of rambling to get through these letters and or weekdays and numbers, because I wanted to show you guys. I printed something out off of Google. I took a Google image and I printed it, and I just cut it by hand because sometimes it's easier than going through the whole silhouette program. But I found this on Google and I thought it was beautiful. Absolutely stunning, and it has everything that I want on it. It has the 9/11, it has the New York City skyline, it even has "We Will Never Forget." So I wanted to use this down here. I'm going to start it down here at the bottom. I'm not sure if I want to put it there or there. I'm going to put it right here. So I'm going to put some flowers on here too. So actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to kind of bend it to find the middle. Not much, just like a tad. So that way I will know kind of where the middle is. Yeah, that works out good. Now we just have to peel it off. That's the struggle, is peeling it off. sometimes there's a, yep, sometimes these have slices in the back that make it easier. When I first bought these, there was cuts on them. And I'm like, what in the world? I got a defective pack of sticker paper. I didn't, you know, contact nobody about it or leave a review or anything, but when I went back and bought another one, it was the same way. So I'm like, well, I guess that's how it should go. And I realized it's probably something to help you pull it off. You know what I mean? Like I did just then. Oh, and I put it down too far. Oh, man. I'm going to leave it. That's what I get for talking. I'll just put my flowers around it. That's a little unfortunate. I'm going to make it work. I'm trying to be more not so particular about things. I don't know how this happened, but I put it over too far and it's overlapping, so I can't get a straight cut down the middle, which is unfortunate because there's a little bitty point that goes right there. Now I'm gonna do some punches. So yeah, I wanted to put this on here in remembrance because I will never forget. And there are people that will absolutely never forget because they've lost people because of it. There's people in this world that make fun of things like that happen to their country. The country they live in, country that's, you know, lets them in, supports them, gives them a life, you know. It's just, some people, they don't realize how good they have it here. I didn't think about this being punched. You know, I did not think this through at all. I hope it doesn't look bad when I'm done. We'll see. All right, let's check her out. Oh, that's not too bad at all. Cute, I like it. All right, I also have Mojojojo-Plans Summer Boxes 2.0. This is not available in a book, but it does have some individual sheets that are almost sold out. I will link the ones that are available in the description. It is an affiliate link. I do earn a small commission, and I bought this one though. You can also use Nikki10 for 10% off your order. So there's these boxes in the front. I've used them before. Very pretty, very patriotic. I wanted to use this hollow graphic, but should I use a small sidebar or a long one? Probably a short one. I don't usually need a huge one. I'll put the month up later, because sometimes I put things in the corners like you know, florals and whatnot. So I'm whitening this out. Just gonna use this white out tape because I'm putting a paper sticker on top of it instead of a clear sticker, so you won't see it as bad. I like to put something above it, so I'm just gonna kind of scoot it down a bit here. I'm trying to line it up with the dots. Let's see how well this goes because the hollow is kind of like distracting. There's also, I want to put a box, big box. No, I don't want lines. Does that have lines? Yeah, it does. Oh well, that's okay. I should have used the one without lines. So I'm going to just put my own lines. I'm going to actually change this. I like to save the ones with lines for my actual journal because I put lines in boxes myself. So I kind of want them all to match. And this has, you know, gray lines, which is fine. Fine, but I would like to use the one without lines. And then I'll just put my own lines because, like I said, I use these for my journal. I don't put lines in the ones in my journal for some reason, so I just use the ones that are already lined. So I'm gonna save that, and we're gonna get the one that is not lined, and we're gonna put this down and line it up. All right, there, that's better. Now we're gonna do a blue box, maybe right here. Crooked. Okay, had to stop. Had to talk to the hubby for a minute, so I'm back. Not sure where I was. I think I was doing boxes. I'm going to continue with that. We're going to put a little hollow right here. But what I'm going to do is I'll white out the blue part. That's going to be underneath this sticker, because that would have been really, really dark under there. A little crooked. Going to be okay. And then maybe a little, this looks neat. Let's do this. Just making a little cluster. kind of blah today. It's rainy. Not much going on. My husband's taking a nap. He had a really early morning meeting. Literally at like 6 o'clock this morning. I think the meeting was at 8, but you know, I think he got up around 6 or 7 to get ready. Oh, that is super crooked. So he is taking a nap right now, and that gives me time to film. That was my computer. Just ignore that. Okay, I like that. I need a box down here. Let's do a couple of these. This and this. We don't do much on the weekend except for hang out with my in-laws. So I'll just kind of put that down here for that. Then maybe just for a little pretty, we'll add this. Might be able to use that, use a little header, I don't know. Just winging it here. Then on the other side, I'm always winging it. Doesn't always work though, does it? So let's put some blue here, maybe. And I think I want one of these. Maybe go here. Winging it, hang on. Just kind of throwing it down to see how it looks. Okay, now let's straighten it up. I do that sometimes, just put it down kind of lightly. Just kind of see how it's gonna look. And then when you like it, put it down. This one is gonna go underneath the box. I'm gonna trim it after I get it down straight, maybe not, I don't know. And this one's just, or I might grab another of this size in red. Kind of like that. Okay, let me find my trimmer and my washi cutter. And I'm going to trim it off right here. And it just looks like it's popping out from underneath that box. There's kids outside. I have my windows open because it's really nice here other than being rainy and ugh. But if you hear them, I'm sorry, y'all. Maybe we can put a couple or one, no, not that color. I don't want it to be the same color as that. So we're gonna grab maybe a square and just put that there. Maybe get some quotes. I think that's good for boxes. I have, let's see, what is it? Holiday Quotes by Amber Plans Her Day. She has some like 4th of July, you know, quotes in here. I'm just gonna grab some of those and put them on here because I think they're appropriate. So I'm gonna do one up here. How about bold stripes, bright stars, brave hearts? I think quotes just liven it up. And they always just bring a little extra to it, I think. How about freedom lies in being bold? Let's put that right here, but I think I'm gonna white out that line. So maybe right here. My medicine makes me a little shaky, so if you notice that, that's why. Just one of those things I thought I should point out. I take a lot of medicine, so there's no telling. I do keep track of all my symptoms that my medicine causes. Let my doctors know, my oncologists and all that. And sometimes they fix it and sometimes they just are like, it's okay, deal with it. No, they don't say that, but how about we put one here? Land of the free because of the brave, maybe. Let's see if it fits. I think that works. Okay, and maybe one right here. We'll just put red, white, and blue. Put that right there. And I think that's probably good for quotes. Let's look at some flowers. I have some red and white, of course. Thought about maybe putting in some black might be fun. Oh, let me put in some lines and bullets. I gotta go find some bullets. Hang on. All right, y'all. I found some bullets. I got some little bitty tiny blue ones, and I got some red big ones. I'm just gonna mix it up a little bit, and we're gonna use some small ones and then some big ones. And this red doesn't really match either of these, but this red doesn't really match this either. So we're just gonna have a big smorgasbord of colors, and that's okay. I don't mind. But let me throw down some lines first. Okay, I have a Sharpie SGL 0.38, and I'm going to start right here on the big one on the side. I'm just going to do the lines. I'm not going to do the bullet points or anything. So I can always add the little bullet points later if I want to. So make sure it's straight. That's my biggest problem, is lining it up straight. Alright, so that's good on lines. So let's throw down some bullets. I'm going to start with the blue. I'm going to put a couple here, but I don't want it right next. I don't want red next to red. That's kind of why I decided to do multiple sizes, because I was like, you know, why not? Make it interesting. And that way the same colors won't all be right next to each other. And then we're going to go over here and do some red. I'm always trying to be matchy, but I decided today, just this moment, I figured, why not? Why not? Mix it up a little bit, have some fun in your planner, do something people don't expect, just have fun. Let's put a couple big ones down here. Just throw in a couple there. There we go. That's interesting, huh? Now all I have left is I was going to color those in. I have a red Papermate Flare medium. I was just going to color these in red. I'll do these little bitty ones off camera because I'm going to have to get super close. But I will color the weekdays as well. But let me fix this. I made a bit of a mess here. Just a little white pen to cover that up. Ta-da! Now I have some flowers from Floral Elements by Amber Plans Her Day. I don't know if I said this already, but I'm so back and forth. I have to keep stopping because my husband's here and he wants to talk. And then there's other things that needs to be done. So I thought about putting in some black, some blue, and some red. I think it'd be fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out just some of these that have the colors that I want. And I'm just going to start throwing some down. I'm not really thinking about which ones other than like color wise. Let's do this one. And I can always just pull out more in a little bit if I need it. So I'm just going to kind of start in the corner. No rhyme or reason. I just don't want same colors next to each other. If I can get it off. There we go. Nope, stuck. Okay. I think these are a little old, so they might be a little stickier than usual. So when they get old, they either get really sticky or less sticky. So let's just start right there. Put that down like a little corner piece. And I'm going to keep the scraps, of course, to reuse them. Okay. I'm not going to use them right this second, but I'm going to save them. And I might be able to use them later, but I'm going to just go all between the colors. So next we will do, I think, red, because the blue might be kind of dark next to that. Let's use this one. And I'm kind of just varying in size. I don't want all the sizes to be the same, because that gets kind of boring. So just throw that down. I'm not going to worry about that line. If I did, I'd have to white out the whole entire, page. So I like these blues better. Kind of just throw that in there like so. This indentation that I think it fits perfect in. So I'm just going to put that there. And then maybe a black scrap. Just kind of throw it in there. And then I think I'll get another blue one to kind of match up with this one. Works. So that one was a little too greenish. Just kind of blend that blue in there, right there. I don't know if it's going to make it look weird having black or if it will be cute, but we will see. Let's get another red. Oh, here's a scrap. Let's use this red scrap right here. I'm going to go around the whole page probably, so I'm going to speed it up. If not, this will take a really long time if I talk through the whole thing. So I'm going to continue. I don't know if I'm going to go all the way around or if I'm going to do a corner and a corner. I haven't decided, but either way, I'm going to speed it up. So here we go, guys. Okay, y'all, this is a bit of a tedious process, so I had to take a little break. But I'm gonna keep going with these florals as much as I can. Probably I'm gonna try to just make it around all the way. So we'll see how far I get. And I'm gonna continue to speed through this process because it does take a very long time. All right, I'm gonna get started. Okay, y'all, I'm about done. I think I'm finished with the florals. I am going to actually take these holographic boxes off. I don't really think that's appropriate for 9/11. Honestly, it's more for like 4th of July or something that's celebratory. So I'm going to change these to black boxes. So I'm going to take these off and put them back up. I have Mojojojo-Plans black boxes and more. This was still available, but she had low stock. I'm not sure if this is still available, but if it is, I will link it for you in the description. Okay, let's put this right here. I think a black is appropriate, but not too, hopefully not too like morbid. I'm trying to line it up with the dots. Maybe down just a tad. All my whiteout has come off because I keep moving these stickers. So we'll just put some more down real quick. And I'm trying to center it between the two quotes. So we shall see how this goes. I'll use this little line right here, hopefully, to keep it straight. That is good. That is good. And next we have one of those quarter boxes. I think they are called one of these. Right about here, I think. I don't quite remember, but this will be fine. And we'll just trim this sucker off. Let me make sure it's straight though, like really straight. So, because when I cut it off, if it's not straight, then it's kind of gonna mess it all up, especially after I cut it. So let's use this line here. I think that's it. I think that'll do it. My dog is in the background eating. She eats like a cow, so you can probably hear her. She eats late. It's like 9:30 at night. She just had her breakfast, so I gave her dinner, and now she's eating dinner. She's like that. Some days she won't eat until midnight because I feed her. I put it in the bowl in the morning, and then I put it in the bowl in the evening. So sometimes she doesn't eat till evening time, which is fine as long as she eats. I don't care. Okay, this is gonna be fun. This is the one I'm gonna have to line up with these flowers because I already cut them off. So here we go. Maybe turn it this way. That's good enough right there. Put that down and let's white out that black line right there. There we are. Then last but not least, we need a header box for over here. Okay, I think I'm done with those boxes. I moved out all of these sparkly ones to black, and I think that looks a little better. I think the hollow was just a little too flashy. So the next thing I'm gonna do is put some lines back in these boxes. Now I'm going to put on the headers, and I'm going to start with, I have all these headers from Michelle from Plan On It. Join her All Access Patreon and you will get some stickers every month. So I'm going to start. I put my symptoms down for my medicine that I take. So we're going to put symptoms right here. And then I'm gonna put reading up here. And then watching. I like to keep track of these weekly most of the time if I can. If I have room to put them down. If I don't, that's okay. But I like to keep track of what I'm reading and watching per week because sometimes it changes. Sometimes I can read a book in a day or two. And so I like to kind of keep track of it weekly instead of monthly. So let's put a to-do right here. Another to do here. Okay, and then I'd like to put weekend fun right here. I need something here, something different than to do. Let's put do this. And the plan right here. So put this down over here for a brain dump for the week. I'm going to trim off the edges just a little bit because just this clear part kind of overlaps the side of the sticker. Okay, now we'll put it right here, write it down. Okay, y'all, I think I'm done. Finally, let me know what you think. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have a minute, go hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, leave me a comment and let me know what you think of this. I appreciate all comments, even constructive criticism. So you just let me know how you like it, and I will definitely talk to you later.